Good morning, Shatika. How are you? Oh, got my coffee, y'all. Mm. Figure try to get my watch hours up. I'll start trying to come on more often, just plying yarn and talking. Let's see if I can get this screen over here bigger so I can read it. There we go. These old eyes don't see like they used to. What are your plans for today? It's interesting. The fiber I'm spinning today, Plying, is another bobbin of the what I call the snowy owl, which is a combination of wool, mohair, rabbit, um, and Icelandic wool. Uh, the other wool is like a domestic wool from the Brown Sheep Company. Good morning, Fiber Floozy Crafts. How are you this fine lady day? So this will be my second bobbin of that fiber. And it's going to be a 3-ply using chain plying or Navajo plying, as some people call it. It's your preference. Yes, Brown Sheep Company. The Punta yarn, Punta fiber that I used to get through one of their mill-in resellers. I really miss that fiber. That was some of the nicest non-rambouillet fiber that I spun when we used to get that top off of one of the resellers. And I want to see if I can source some because I love spinning that fiber. Awesome. Well, girl, what are you going to be doing? You going to be knitting, crocheting, or you going to be spinning? Or you just going to chill? Because all I'm going to be doing is plying. Try to get these other bobbins plied up today and get some viewing time. And I hope you're healing well. Knitting a hat. What pattern are you using? Or it's just what's the word I'm looking for? A basic hat. And if y'all type the word purple, I see Nightbot's here. Nightbot will share your link out. Generic with garter ridges. Yeah. I got some that I did like that. I don't know let me see if I still have it. I might have gave them away already. Here's one. And this is some bulky Macintosh. And I got a flower on the side. I want to use up the whole skein. And then I made a tassel with what was left over. So, and it's got the garter ridges. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah. Garter ridges are fun. And especially if I'm going to do a double brim. Sunita helped me. I just do the basic sharing the links thing. I don't have like all the fancy videos and stuff like that other people be doing. And I think they use banners and stuff like that through StreamYard. I haven't tried to get fancy with it. I'm not a fancy person. It's not necessarily a fancy thing. It's just that it's fun and everything, but I'm just right now, I'm just not ready for stuff like that. I just want to just get on, spend some time with people. complete a task, work on a task. But I've been working on I've been doing like the little shorts to show the stuff I've been working on. And my daughter, I've already given her stuff because I made her the fingerless gloves when we went to the wedding a couple weeks ago in December. And then she came to me Saturday and wanted them to be convertible mitts. And so I did that yesterday. I made a convertible mitts and I went ahead and did her thumbs on there. And that was a fun project for the day. And so then my Hirsch I can never say the word Hirschner's order came in, and some green yard I had ordered because it's Christmas time, so this hunter green is hard to find. It sold out everywhere I went. They either didn't have this, they had the Kelly green, they didn't have the hunter green, and so I had to order some. Good morning, Jeanette. How are you? So I had to order some hunter green from Hirschner's, and so I could finish a project or start a project. So I'm doing a wide V-stitch scarf for somebody in the hunter green. And so Premier Yarn had a color there called Forest, and it looked darker on the picture than it was when I got it. It looked like it was gonna be about the same shade of this hunter green here, if not just a touch lighter. But it looked similar to this. But when I got it, it's more of I think it's called Forest or Fern from Joann's that Joann's had in the Big Twist Living colorway that I made my husband's fingerless gloves from. It is very similar to that colorway. Are you gonna go live this morning, Jeanette? Type the word purple to share out your channel links. Yep. And I don't know if he does the weather or not. I don't remember if I had that set up. Let's see. Probably not. It's probably not set up. I have to set that back up. Because Nightbot had lost his mind. And he kept joining my other channel. And so I had to delete him and start him over. And I don't even use my other channel. It's like my channel I use when I want to go in on my laptop. Where is it going? As I applied, it's going onto this bobbin. I'm pulling it from the onboard lazy cake right here. And so this going onto the bobbin on the flyer. And then after that, I'll take it off with my nitty knotty and skein it up. And excuse the slurps, but I drink a cup or two of coffee a day. And since I started drinking coffee, I can count on one hand over the last 14 years since I started drinking coffee how many migraines I've had. So it really does help me in preventing ocular migraines. But I try not to be like, excessive. So it's like, a cup a day keeps the migraines away. Usually I'll drink a cup in the morning, and sometimes like when it's cold like this, I'll drink another cup in the afternoon. Because even though the days are short, there's something about that winter sun that triggers migraines. I don't know what it is for me, but it's just something about the winter sun, the way it strikes your eyes, it causes migraines. Every once in a while, you'll find like a little piece of grass in it from where the rabbits bedding, from the rabbit fur. Just you feel it, you just pull it off, and sometimes it'll flick off while you're spinning. Like I got a piece on my pant leg that flicked off while I was spinning. But it adds some character to your yarn sometimes. I can't wait to see how this blooms after when I finish it by washing it and thwacking it. See how, because I spin worsted, so my yarn isn't as floofy and plushy as people who spin woolen. When I spin, I'm spinning for yardage, and I'm spinning because I typically spin thin. I don't like the inconsistency of woolen spinning. I don't like how the fiber is I like my fiber being under my control. That's the best way I can describe it. So many things in our lives are not in our control, but I can control this yarn. So worsted spinning, fine spinning, spinning from the lock. Sometimes I'll let the fiber do what it wants to do, which means I'll get a more thick and thin yarn, a less consistent yarn. But that's part of spinning. And that's one of the fun things for me is when a yarn doesn't want to do what you want it to do because of the way it could be, because of the way its crimp is, because of the way it was prepared. The yarn wants to do what it wants to do, and if you let it do it, you'll get some very interesting yarn. You said you're a walking, talking coffee filter. So we need to nickname you Espresso. That espresso chick. Oh my goodness. What yarn are you using for your hat? Heartland. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. Which colorway? I like the stitch definition with the Heartland yarn, and I like how soft it is too. I made some. I believe I made it was. Remember when they had that one that was like a a dark green, but it was like Tweety, but it was Heartland, but it was like a dark green with like these almost like a Donegal tweed fleck in it. This was like years ago when Heartland first came out. Cobalt fabric. Let me write that down so I can look it up. Let's see. Next I'm gonna go to the store. Okay. Oh, okay. Is that the name of it? Cayman Cove? That was just some very pretty yarn. That green, like it's the only place I really seen that shade of green was with that Heartland yarn. And with Heartland, you have to get it when you can get it because a lot of times they retire those colorways. I think a little too quickly they retire some of those colorways. That's something I never understood is when they have a popular colorway, I don't understand why they retire it. If people are buying it, constantly buying it, and you selling out of it, why it's making you money, why would you retire the colorway? That makes absolutely no sense to me. None whatsoever. Let me pull up Nightbot real quick and see if I can activate the weather thing. Where you at, boy? Hmm. Okay. All right, so let's see what happens. Oh, weather and location. I keep forgetting. All right, there we go. Try yours. See if it'll work. Thought there was a way for it to that it would show the city. Um, Okay. There we go. It's working. Yay! I need to put it. My hair is getting in my way. Time to stretch it back. There we go. Now it's not in the way. And back to our regularly scheduled programming. See if it says, when I do mine now, see if it says the city. There we go. Yay! Sometimes it'll pop off the pig. So hello everybody that's come in. Y'all know I'm not that talkative first thing in the morning, but I just wanted to get some plying done, get some time, some hours, some viewing time maybe. I think so far I've freed up about 8 or 9 bobbins. King's Canyon. All right. Okay. Do they still make it? Probably have to order it from them because I don't see it in the stores around here. That yarn. And it was we had gone up to New York, and part of that trip, this was about 4 or 5. This was before COVID, right before COVID hit. And part of that trip, we went down to, we were gonna go to the Lion Brand store. That was part of our trip plan. And we went to Argyle Yarn Shop, and we went down to go. We've gone by this store before, but I never stopped at it when we went to New York. So we were gonna stop at the store, and it was part of our trip there. And it was closed. The store was closed down, and I was so upset. I was like, wow. And from all the videos you would see of people, showing their visits to the store and their purchases and stuff, the store appeared to be popular, and so maybe the prices of the rent in that area went up to the point where it was no longer profitable. I don't know. I just thought it was just another wonderful yarn resource, gone. I don't know if they moved the location. I've never heard of anybody else seeing, where it's at or whatnot. But I just thought that was kind of sad that it wasn't where it used to be, put like that when we went up there. All right, so this bobbin had something else on it before I started spinning this yarn. So we're going to see what that is in a minute. Sometimes if I have just a little bit of something left, I'll just keep using the same bobbin instead of switching out bobbins. And that'll just become a sample, like a little sample or something. When I sell my yarn, I usually toss a little small amounts in there as a little extra for somebody to thank, as a thank you. These little teeny skeins and stuff. Like when I clear off my drop spindles, I'll add those sometimes as samples to an order. Oh, it held your message for review. I guess it's somebody, they added that word to the yeah, even after I wash this one, it'll still be a fingering weight. I gotta get my laptop going again so that I can put it on somebody's playlist. That's what I've been doing. The last couple of days, I've been going through Kim's Yarning for a Smile playlist, and so today I gotta pick somebody else playlist to play while I'm while I'm working on Plying. Tomorrow is back to the office. Well, Tuesday is back to the office for work. And the bobbin is full, so now I gotta pretty much manually roll it up there. Unless I can find a sweet spot, but I don't. It might be a little bit air room back here. Here we go. Let's see if that works for a little bit. Yep. I don't have much left to do for this color. So I'm just gonna have to manually roll it on because my bobbin is packed. All right. Enjoy your breakfast. Thank you. All right, let's go see. We'll see if Jeanette is live, and if so, I'm gonna switch over there. Let's see. Well, I don't see her showing up on my subscriptions as being live. All right, so I'll hang out here for a little while longer. These bobbins typically hold about 5 ounces comfortably. It's supposed to be 4-ounce bobbins, but I can usually get 5 ounces up there. And right now, I'm stuffing a little bit more just to try to get to the end of this ply. So I have to manually roll it up there. I just found a little spot that has some room. I mean, manually rolling it up there, it rolls it up there tighter and kind of squishes it down. So it creates like a little gap. It doesn't last long though, but we do what we can do. See, it's already full, that little spot. So let's see if we can get some right here. Almost there. It's already popped off. Just got a little bit left to apply for this colorway, this color. And I myself prefer natural. I spend more natural colored wools and alpacas and whatnot. So this is where it ends. It just got a little teeny bit of that alpaca in it. And what I do is I'll add some extra twist at the end from the ply. And then I will take and I will put a knot at the end, kind of trapping it. And so that's a full bobbin. Let's see if y'all can see this. See how squishy this yarn is going to be. And so what I do is, a lot of people don't, some people do, some people don't. It's up to you. Hey Kelly, how are you doing? But I let my yarn rest on the bobbins until I'm ready to take it off. And since I've been doing a lot of plying to free up these bobbins, it'll be coming off the bobbin today. And so now I'm just gonna get a empty bobbin. And these are, they're key. They got a hex key on the bottom of them to fit onto the flyer. And so you just have to, there it goes. Find your sweet spot, so to speak. The hex nut onto your bobbin and put the well, I couldn't even think this morning. Orifice. I have a hook. Instead of an orifice, I have a hook for spinning. When they say orifice, it's usually you have like a tube that you put your yarn through for spinning. My Margicraft B has that style of orifice. So this is just like an orifice hook, since it doesn't have an actual orifice. So this is some alpaca, some chocolate brown alpaca, and that's the natural color of that alpaca. And I'm pretty sure I got a bag of it somewhere, so I'm just gonna leave this like it is, and it's on this bobbin like this, and I'll find a bag of fiber, and I'll spin this full, and I'll just leave it up there. So let's get our next bobbin. Put this in here with its tags for the time being. All right, so this bobbin is some homestead wool and gift farm, and they're also called a home sanctuary wool. Sanctuary wool, and I order from them. I try to order from them once or twice a year. because all the proceeds go to helping them with the wool with their sanctuary. And so this is some borderlister fiber, and I spun this on July 6th of 2022. And the bobbin, so this is to help me when I weigh it in. So the bobbin weighed 2.2 ounces, and it was 4.6 ounces of roving. So I'll put notes on the card to help me when I do my labels for this. So as you can see, there's just a little bit of veg matter in there, but like I said, it breaks down easily or it flicks out, and it just adds a little bit of character to the fiber. So you can just see how it comes out. You can just flick it out. A lot of times that stuff falls off when you're plying. Let me put this back in the bag because I don't want it to get lost. Good morning, Jeanette. Are you going to go live so I know what time I need to get off? Yeah, knitting is a post-apocalyptic lifestyle. So good. So how I started is I'll take my leader and I'll make a little knot right here. And I'll go ahead and I'll chain a couple of loops like that. And because the twist travels, this will end up having twist in it. And then I'll go ahead and I'll attach it to my bobbin using, just like when you're casting on, when you're knitting, using the E cast on. It's the same thing when I'm putting my fiber, attaching it to my bobbin. I'm forming that E like I would do with a knitting needle. And I'm just putting it on my bobbin like that. And I usually do 2 or 3 attachments so it doesn't spin and then just slide back off your bobbin. All right. And like I said, I love natural wools. The colors that are available in nature are amazing, especially with alpaca and llamas. The amount of different colors and the different variations in coloring that occur naturally is just freaking amazing within that particular breed. Just like with Jacob wool as well. And this is just part of the process. Moving peg to peg, that first round, you're constantly moving pegs, which is why a lot of people use those bobbin winders devices. They have one for Spinolution now, but not for my wheel. So I'm saving up to get a second wheel so that I can have the auto winder. See, like that just made a pigtail, so you just back it back out, smooth out the pigtail. And by pigtail, exactly what it sounds like. It's like a little, some people spin those on purpose for art yarn. They're like little twists that hang off, like a little curly pigtail hanging off the yarn. But we don't want that with my prep. So if it happens, I go back and I smooth it out And this will be a fingering as well. Fingering to decay. You can type in purple to share your channel, and I also fixed the weather command. So you type in weather in your zip code, and Nightbot will let us know what the weather is in your area. Let's go ahead and beep. Kelly, what you working on this morning? You and Jeanette. And one of y'all getting ready to go live? Because I've been up here an hour, so I'm getting ready to get off. All right, guys, this ends my live this morning. Thank everybody that stopped by to spend some time with me while I was spinning and while I was plying. And I might be back later on today. So y'all take care.